I have a question for you. When you write a Solidity smart contract, do you write all the code from scratch? The problem with this approach is that it can be a bit slow and it can also lead to a couple of security vulnerabilities. There is another way to write your smart contract way faster and more securely. And this way is by using the smart contract library OpenZeppelin. OpenZeppelin is a collection of Solidity smart contracts that implement functionality that are commonly used in smart contract projects. For example, we find implementation for the major token standards like ERC20, ERC721. There are also a couple of variations of ICOs as well as other Solidity patterns. So in this video, I'm going to give you a high-level introduction to the OpenZeppelin library. I'm going to show you how you can use it in your smart contract project. And I'm also going to introduce you the main functionality of this library. So watch this video until the end and you will become a much better smart contract developer. Hey, I'm Julian, and on my channel Eat the Blocks, I teach how you can become a blockchain developer. So before we dive straight into OpenZeppelin, let's have a high-level overview of the ecosystem. First, there is a company that is called Zeppelin Solutions. Zeppelin Solutions sells services for auditing smart contracts and is also the main contributor to OpenZeppelin. There is another project called Zeppelin SDK that allows you to update your smart contract. This is a different project, and in this video, we're going to focus on OpenZeppelin. OpenZeppelin is open source. You can find its code on GitHub. The main contributors of OpenZeppelin is the company Zeppelin Solution, but there are also other contributors. The big advantage of having this library open source is that we have many eyes that can scrutinize the code and quickly find any security vulnerability and fix them. Another thing that is great about OpenZeppelin is that regularly the code is audited by another company that Zeppelin Solutions so that they can have an independent opinion. Thanks to this, you can be very confident that the code of OpenZeppelin is very secure. The current version of OpenZeppelin, version 2.4.0, targets Solidity 0.5. But if you need to target Solidity 0.4, you can check out OpenZeppelin 2.0 and before. At the time of recording this video, they haven't updated yet to Solidity 0.6. Although the code of OpenZeppelin is written in Solidity, this is actually distributed as an NPM package. So if you want to install it in your smart contract project, you'll need to first install a Node.js. And in Node.js, there is also the NPM package manager. And with NPM, you can install OpenZeppelin in your project. And after that, the typical way of using a smart contract from OpenZeppelin is to first import the source code from the node module directory in your smart contract. And after, you're going to create another smart contract that inherits from a smart contract in OpenZeppelin. You can use OpenZeppelin contract in a Truffle project and also in Remix, and I'm going to show you this in the next video of this series. If you go to the repo of OpenZeppelin, you can check out the contracts folder. That's where most of the smart contracts are located. A great way to understand what you can do with OpenZeppelin is to check out its code. So on the repo of OpenZeppelin, you can go inside the contracts folder, and then you'll find different subfolders with all those smart contracts. So first, you can check out the token folder with implementation of the major token standards. If you are interested in Ethereum token standards, I've actually created a full playlist on the topic. Next, they also have a couple of contracts related to ICOs, so they call these crowd sales. And you can also check out some lower level functionalities, such as some arithmetics in the math folder, some patterns related to access control, ownership, payment, also a couple of utilities function, and more recently they added functionalities related to the gas station network. So as you can see, this is pretty complete, and for most smart contract projects, this is very likely that you will need one or two of their functionality. They also have a pretty nice documentation. Just make sure that you are consulting the documentation of OpenZeppelin and not Zeppelin SDK. This is a different project. So where to go from there? The next step is to install OpenZeppelin in your smart contract project. And that's what I'm going to show you in the next video of this series. I'll see you there.